We know that in a year's time, GTA 6 will be in our hands getting played. There's just one small problem. If you're someone like me, you don't own a console. The main reason for me at least being that I switched to PC back in 2010 and I've never really looked back. However, in 2013, I had to make the sacrifice and pick up a PS3 to play through this small game, I don't know if you've heard of it, called GTA 5. 12 years later, I find myself in the same predicament. But back in 2013, things were a bit more simple. We had a PS3 and an Xbox 360. Now, in the year 2025, we have some of the most confusing and backward-ass names of consoles I've ever seen.
Wow, I hate this!
So it got me pondering and trying to understand which console would be the best fit for the biggest gaming experience of my life so far. So, if you are in a similar boat to me and genuinely trying to make heads or tails of which console to buy, why don't you come on a little journey with me whilst we discover which console you should buy for GTA 6? Now, before we begin, I want to stress something. 1, I am a PC gamer and will remain a PC gamer. I am simply being shafted by Rockstar releasing only on PS5 and Xbox day one. If I had my way, I'd play on PC day one. And the second I can, I'll switch back to PC, which leads me on to point 2. I have no loyalty either way. I grew up with the PS1, I enjoyed the shit out of the PS2 until it died on me, at which point I picked up an Xbox and I wanted to play Halo, and then Xbox 360. After I got more into computers, I sold my Xbox 360 that I played GTA 4 on, and then like I said, I ended up in 2013 picking up a PlayStation 3 to play GTA 5. I have literally zigzagged between both, and quite honestly, I have no care for either. Both are just a consumer product, and me, as a consumer, I want the best experience money can buy. So, with that out and clear, performances between the 4 consoles, comparing both the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series S, and then the PlayStation 5 Pro and the Xbox Series X. Ultimately coming to some conclusion on what would be the best experience and value for money. Okay, so PS5 base and Xbox Series S. I just want to start off by saying I don't know who the hell's been naming Xbox's consoles for the last 10 years, but they need to be fired. This research alone was so much more damn confusing by the name of these friggin' consoles than anything else. But anyway, performance between the 2 models. Here are the specs for both. Alright? Yep, I understand all of these words totally, yes, absolutely. You know, despite building and fixing computers for years, even I struggle to get my head around the lingo used on console architecture. It's completely baffling, but here's the most easy way to explain version. This console on paper is better than this one. Simple, theoretical, this console should have more raw power than this one. If the numbers are straight up correct, then that's all we need to know. For the price differences, these are roughly around the differences in speeds I would kind of expect. It's not great, but it's not the worst. And I've got regionalizations for how much that is in America and other places too, which you're seeing on screen right now. You're welcome. Prices have also increased in the last couple of months as well, possibly in part because of everything going on in the world, but I'm not an economist, so I have no idea. So yeah, PS5 in my opinion comes out on top here. Despite the price hike, I still think it's worth it over the Series S. Let's step up to the PlayStation 5 Pro and the Xbox Series X. Before we do, I'm just going to remind you there's a like and subscribe button just down there begging you to click on it. Oh yeah, it's begging alright. Go ahead and click on it. I won't tell anyone. Did you click it? Slut! Anyway, where were we? Yes, the PlayStation 5 Pro and the Xbox Series X. The specs for both of these are this. Once again, the PS5 Pro takes the lead here, but honestly, there is some places that the Xbox kind of does win some brownie points. It's not many, but honestly, the differences here are not that huge, as you might think. I'll be straight up and say yes, the PS5 Pro does clear the Xbox Series X, however, there is a price difference attached to this performance. The Xbox Series X is going to run you around about 500 quid, or whatever regionally is on the screen right now, And the PS5 Pro will cost you in the ballpark of around £700, or regionally whatever is on the screen right now. Holy hell, did we get screwed in the UK on that pricing. I think where you live has to come into play here as well. Obviously the prices are high, but they are in line sadly with the performance that Pro can put out. Is it great news? No, but it's the real and honest fact that the performance bump will cost you in the region of that much. But honestly, if you don't have the extra to be spending on the PS5 Pro, the Xbox Series X will perform fantastically. I would say with all four consoles, the main things are Rockstar will optimize to the best of their ability for the console hardware. Once again, GTA 5 ran on an Xbox 360 and a PS3, and Red Dead Redemption 2 ran on a PS4 and Xbox One. It 100% did push the system to its limits, but it did run just fine. On top of that, Rockstar very boldly did come out and say the PS5 was used for all of the in-game footage present in Trailer 2, which is a pretty solid seal of approval for how good the PS5 is handling it. Now, for the best experience, do you want to pick up a Series X or a purely spec-based opinion, the PS5 Pro, for the best possible experience you can have with Grand Theft Auto 6? For me, there is just one main deciding factor, and that comes down to the PS5 Pro's additional bump, and it being the newest, in quotations, console to the market. Yes, it is just the upgraded version of the PS5, but in the same way as when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes to PC, all I really will be doing is upgrading a GPU or a CPU for the game to run the best it can. I know I can't just upgrade the console myself, but in a way, that's what Sony did bring to the table with the PS5 Pro. I'm not saying the Xbox Series X is a lesser experience, because honestly, these hardware breakdowns are not that far off. But for someone like me who wants the absolute best experience money can buy, the PS5 Pro is a no-brainer. Ultimately, it's down to you and your budget. If you can spring for the PS5 Pro, go for it. If you can afford the Xbox Series X, then that will be a great time as well. But if you can only afford an Xbox Series S or a PS5 base, then that's okay. The game will be purposefully spec'd to match the hardware of the lowest console. That's the way Rockstar has worked for the past 15 years. Red Dead 2 ran just great on a PS4, which, let's be honest and not beat around the bush here, was kind of on its deathbed spec-wise when Red Dead 2 launched. The biggest takeaway I think you should come to is, when do I want to play GTA 6? If you're happy to wait and don't mind missing out on all the excitement next May will bring, wait for PC. If you're already a PC gamer with some behemoth machine ready to run this shit out of the gates, then great, hold on and wait. But if you're like me, and even with that PC sat there, you find yourself thinking, yeah, I just can't wait anymore, then I think that's your deciding factor. And I mean, look, honestly, after the console version has released and we come up to the PC launch, you could always just sell the console anyway. If you have no need for it and don't want to play anything on it after that, you'll still be able to recoup back a hell of a lot of money on it, and Rockstar have always been really good about carrying over progression between platforms, so you won't lose out on much. Regardless of what you decide, make the decision that's best for you. I personally will be picking up a PlayStation 5 Pro. But how about you guys? What are you picking up? Is it a new console, or do you already have one you're planning to play it on? Let me know, because I love knowing what you guys are doing too. This is a shared experience, we're all here together. Also, this is the first midweek video in between the main series of GTA videos each week. I don't know if there'll be one every week. It's kind of dependent on time and how much work I have on, but hopefully you guys enjoy it and I'll try to get more out. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you all on Sunday for another main video. Don't forget to subscribe and like if you're new, and I'll see you then. Take care.